Toby and Annie with $1,000. Cindy and Bob with $2,100. Players, in our last section, we have front page headlines again. Couples, you'll now see a series of headline events that we have created and printed in our own made-up newspapers. However, in our headlines, once again, we've deleted certain letters. We call these altered headlines. And from a maximum of 4 clues I'll give you, you were to give me the word-for-word headline. But remember, only one chance per couple at each headline, and the countdown will begin with the first reveal on the giant screen. This time, players, the headline values will start at $1,000. So good luck. Hands on buzzers, here we go. We took this one from the front page of the Omaha News, October 11th, 1973. And I have a buzz for $1,000. Toby and Annie.
Vice President Agnew resigns.
If you're right, I'm sorry, it was for $800. If you're right, $800 will be yours. Is it Vice President Agnew resigns? Yes, for $800. It had jumped down from $1,000 to $800. I didn't notice that. So you have $800. $1,800 to $2,100. Now, you solved the headline, but do you players know the whole story? I'm going to ask questions based on that headline story and the follow-up. Each correct answer will be worth a bonus of $200. Hands on buzzers, here we go. What crime did Spiro... Toby and Annie?
It had to do with bribes and payoffs.
No, I'm sorry, I can't accept that answer. What crime did Spiro Agnew plead no contest to, Cindy and Bob, for $200?
Tax evasion?
That is correct. Tax evasion for $200. You're up to $2,300. Who was appointed vice president after Agnew? Cindy and Bob.
Gerald Ford.
Yes, Gerald Ford was appointed vice president and later became president. $2,500 to $1,800. Here's your next headline. Take a look. This taken from the aviation pages of The Guardian, January 25th, 1890. No buzz for 1,000. First clue for 800. Windy Journey. Letters. Here's your next clue. Reporter's Odyssey. Letters. Toby and Annie for $600. What does it say?
Woman balloonist goes around world.
If you're right, you're up to, well, you're getting closer. Is he correct? Woman balloonist goes around the world. And you are up to $2,400. $100 separates you players. Question number 1 now on that headline for $200. The reporter who made this trip was named Nellie what? Toby and Annie.
Fly.
Yes, you go into the lead by $100. Second question for $200. Nellie broke the record set by fictional balloonists in a Jules Verne novel. Name the novel. Toby and Annie.
Around the World in 80 Days.
Yes, you have it for $200. Around the World in 80 days. And look at those scores. Toby and Annie with $2,800. Cindy and Bob with $2,500. Here is your next altered headline. We took this from the sports pages of the Sporting Times, July 5th, 1919. Take a look at it. Here comes your first clue. Ring event. Add letters. Toby and Annie, what does the headline say for $800?
Dempsey takes heavyweight title.
If it's Dempsey takes heavyweight title, you have added $800 to your total. Is that indeed what the headline says? Dempsey takes heavyweight title. Yes. Toby and Annie have come from behind to take the lead. They're up to $3,600. Cindy Gibson and Bob Peters with $2,500. Remember, the winner of our game today will play our bonus for $5,000. Players, I am now going to give you one follow-up question to the headline that you just saw. Dempsey takes heavyweight title. It's worth any part or all of your winnings thus far, depending on how much you wager. Again, the headline, Dempsey takes heavyweight title. Place your wager now, please. $2,500 for Cindy and Bob. Toby and Annie with $3,600. Cindy and Bob, we'll start with you. How much did you wager?
$200.
$200 of your $2,500. All right. Toby and Annie, how much did you wager?
$100.
$100 of your $3,600. So Cindy and Bob, since you wagered the most, $200, the higher wager, the game will be won depending on your answer. Here is the question. Dempsey won the title and held it for 7 years. To whom did he lose his championship in 1926?
Gene Tooney?
Yes, you're right. Gene Tunney. You said Tooney, but just a mispronunciation, and of course it would be spelled the same anyway, T-U-N-N-E-Y. Gene Tunney, congratulations. With that $200, you have won $2,700. $2,700. But unfortunately, you didn't bet enough money at $200, so you came in second. You're our runner-ups with $2,700. Cindy and Bob, well-played game, however. And over here, Toby Manis and Ann Fritz. Congratulations to you. You're our champions for today, giving you the opportunity to play our headline extra for an additional $5,000. You have a total of, thus far, $3,600 as our champion. Hold on for just a second. Well, Cindy and Bob, as I said, you did play a, you played a good game is what you did. And there's one thing I was going to ask you about. You're a consultant to retail fabric and craft stores, is that correct? What is that?
Correct.
What do you do as a consultant?
We set up classes, demonstrations, fashion shows, things of that nature.
What's going to happen with the money that you...
We have a big wedding to pay for, so it's going to come in real handy for that.
$2,700. Well, I wish you well and
I'll do it.
continued luck to you.
Thank you.
Good luck to you both. Okay, Cindy Gibson and Bob Peters. Toby and Annie, you about ready to get to this, huh?
Absolutely.
The job of winning $5,000. You have a chance to win an additional $5,000. That would really put you up there with, what, $8,600 if you can pull this off. We'll return in a moment to see if you can do it. We'll be right back right after these words.